Howdy, folks. Well, when last we had a video on this painting, it was nowhere near done, but that was a couple weeks ago. So, I present to you Ricky's Still Life. I will add this video by the time it's posted, should be Wednesday, December 10th. It's being filmed almost a week before, and as of the posting, the painting is in a little exhibition at the Cowichan Valley Arts Council's Annex Gallery on James Street in Duncan, BC. I'll have info in the bottom. It is for sale. So if you like Ricky and you're in the area, I don't know that the gallery does shipping, and I'm not currently equipped to find a box big enough for him. But if you're interested and you're in the area, I will put info on the exhibition in the description. But in the meantime, yeah, I know it's a huge jump. Sorry I didn't film like the paint pen work and whatnot. I was just like, I need to get this done, and filming takes a lot longer than just painting. So anyways, let's have a little look-see. And I will talk as it goes. So first of all, the idea for this painting, I was in a class with Mitchell Villa through the Cowichan Valley Arts Council, and his suggestion for the painting class was that we pick something to paint, and ideally with like a reference to art history. So I talked in the Paint With Me videos about, it was Van Dyck, Floris Van Dyck, 1600s still life that formed the basis for what's on the table. And the other art history reference is there was a poster by Roy Lichtenstein. Of course, Lichtenstein's version was Moffat for senator and Jobs Not Cheese, but you know, Ricky obviously more interested in cheese. So those references started, and then the room was just a quick photo I took of an empty canvas on an easel in the actual workshop room, and then I compiled it together in Procreate and drew in Ricky very loosely, and then we came back and did that. Now, in this video, he looks more tan, but then, well, that's I assure you I'm pretty pasty. I don't get nearly enough sun, and neither does Ricky, but you know, the lighting in here also not perfect. So, but let's kind of have a, sorry for the edit, I had to cough. I'm getting over the flu, but mostly it's gone, but I cough occasionally. Let's have a close sort of scan of the thing. So of course, Lichtenstein's work is all very smooth and no brush strokes, but in my style, not so much. So I decided to purposefully, you know, let the paint show like that. Ricky's tail. Ratzeria Pizzeria. It is the finest pizza joint in all of Ratsville, where Ricky lives. Actually, who we're kidding, it's probably the cheapest, and that's why he likes it. Did this paint pen work for energy. Sorry, I've got shaky hands. I should probably not be holding the phone with just one hand. Got the peel, some of the detailing. Of course, the Van Dyck is super detailed with the weave, the pattern, kind of jacquard pattern woven into the tablecloth. I am not. So I did it that way. There's also a lace edge on the tablecloth, but I forgot about it. And then by the time I noticed, I was like, I'm not going to screw it. Don't care. Got the toy mouse here. Rat Daniels, Ratasee Whiskey. And the easel. Oh, we've got this kind of Ricky's thought bubble, but it's kind of subtle when you back away. You can really see it in the camera, but in person, people usually stare at the painting for a couple of minutes, and it's like, oh, wait, he's got hearts coming out of his head. Yes, he does. His ears, bright pink ears, little face, brown eyes, little leather jacket, painting. Of course, we can't see what he's painting. He may be painting, as I said in one of the other videos, he may be painting the stick figure equivalent, or the cheese equivalent of stick figures. But, you know, he's got a pizza slice. Exercised great control to leave one slice to paint and not to eat. Or he's probably going to eat it after when it's cold. So this painting has not been varnished yet. I am filming this on Thursday, December 4th. I'm going to varnish it with Gamvar. I swear I have a bottle of that somewhere in my messy studio. I can't find it though. So if I can't find it today, then I've got errands to run tomorrow in Victoria, so I will fetch it then and varnish it on the weekend, but it will be ready to hang. So it's not the first painting I've had in an exhibition. It's been a couple years. The last time I had one in, it was kind of an abstract with rhinestones and fabric and whatnot. That was in the Cowichan Valley Arts Council annual fine arts show in 2023. I think 2023. So it's been a while. I skipped it the last couple of years. Maybe it was 2024. I don't know. It all blends together now. No, I think it was 2023. I don't remember now. But it's been a while. And in terms of like representational figurative work, it's been a long time. I mean, a long time ago, I had a couple things in like very minorly in shows at the Richmond Art Gallery when I lived over there. And you can see a little bit into my living room and the mess of magazine holder that has quilting patterns, but I don't really have time to quilt. And when I do improv piecing. So I don't know. Actually, what I'm going to be doing this afternoon is cleaning up the studio. We won't go any further down to see more clutter. But anyways, Ricky's kind of looking around going like, can't wait to get out of this place and into a nice tidy art gallery and then be bought into a new family's home. People who actually, you know, have tidy living conditions. Actually, he's a rat. Who are we kidding, right? As long as there's food, he's happy. But yeah, so that is the tour of this painting. It's called Ricky's Still Life. It's 24 inches by 30 inches. Something just fell behind me and made a clanking sound. I think that's a jingle bell tree topper that I don't know why it's even in my studio. It shouldn't be. But anyways, like I said, I will have info down below if you're on Vancouver Island and interested in picking up the piece, how you can do that. And we will have a lot more painting content going forward. I'll just zoom in for interest. Here, let's zoom in on the cheese. That's the important thing, right? Cheese. That's what Ricky thinks is important. So anyways, thank you for putting up with my blathering. And if you're interested in what I'm talking about content-wise, well, like, subscribe. You know the drill. Everybody knows the drill at this point, right? And let's wish Ricky happy trails if he finds a buyer. We will try and find this guy a new home. You know, after all, when I bought the place, the house was full of actual Rickies. Which I didn't know when I bought the house is a whole other story, but we got rid of our real life Rickies. Well, you know, I love the cartoon Ricky, but this one, he needs to find himself a new home as well. He already lives in Mama Rat's basement. He doesn't need to live in mine. But that sounds so mean when I say it out loud. I know he's just a cartoon character, but you know. Anyways, so I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Ricky's Still Life. And like I said, info on the show will be in the description of the video. And chat at you again next time. Bye for now.